What's up, coaches? Welcome to the VIP Coach Launchpad overview. We're going to talk to you today about how to get the most out of the next 90 days in this VIP experience. We're going to walk you through the journey. We're going to let you know how to become the most successful VIP coach you can possibly be, showing up for your clients every single day. Matt and I are going to run through this together. Let's get started.
Let's jump in. All right.
All right, coaches. Go ahead.
Yeah. So today we want to talk to you about what we have seen leads to success in the VIP coach mentorship programs. And the success, it leaves clues. Like when Kate and I just did an analysis of the top 10% of coaches in the program in terms of client load, earning, and impact that they've had in the world, we saw some patterns show up. And Kate, as our client success boss, knows these very intimately. So Kate, I'll let you take it away and I'll just fill in the gaps.
Yeah, for sure, coach. And we want to share this with you because we really want you to embrace all of the success behaviors and habits that our most successful clients have. We want you to be in that upper percentile of percentage of successful clients. All right. So first things first, you got to take ownership of your journey. This is your business. You decided to make this investment to grow your business. You decided that you want to go from side hustle to full-time income, working part-time hours, potentially retiring your partner and just building a business that supports the lifestyle of your dreams. This is yours to own, your experience to say, okay, I'm not going to let life get in the way. I'm going to block out time in my calendar to actually do this. I'm going to take time, go through these modules, these training modules, and I'm going to show up for everything just as my business depends on it, because it does. This is yours. So just as much as we want you to take ownership, it's really important that you take personal responsibility for the growth of your business. We are here to guide you every step of the way, letting you know that you are fully supported in this journey by us, by our coaching family, by all of your fellow VIP coaches. We are all in it right here with you. So show up. Make sure that you are showing up for your business just like your clients expect to show up from you. You've probably heard me say in the online nutrition coach community that it's your responsibility to show up for your clients, to make this business successful, because all the knowledge in your head, the time that you spent in your certification, the heart that you have to change lives, they deserve the best from you. You deserve the best from you. So show up, take ownership and responsibility. I'm actually going to turn the courage part over to Matt, because this is something really huge that we believe in and we know our coaches need to possess.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that held me back for the longest time is that there were certain things about running a business that were scary for me. And, this kind of hops to the last point, but the first mentor that I worked with, I actually cherry picked what they taught me. And I didn't take personal responsibility actually as well. I blamed them for the fact that I didn't return my investment during the 90 days that I was in the program. I didn't come anywhere close to the promise that they made to me. But the thing is, it's because I allowed fear to get in the way of me actually executing the things that, like, they had a good program. I had friends who went through that program and, got to, $1 million plus businesses. And I barely broke $6,000 in sales during it. But the thing is, my friends who were building $1 million businesses, they had, like, courage was the thing. When I looked at them, I was like, they were so courageous. They literally just did whatever those mentors said, even if it was super scary. Like, they had 2 kids, they quit their jobs, like, they put everything on the line, and they had so much courage and so much belief. And, I asked them and they're like, no, that stuff is scary as for us. Like, we were super scared, but we just knew that we wanted to make it work. We knew that this was a path we wanted to be on, and their courage outweighed their fear. And ever since seeing that, and ever since seeing how having very little courage is what led to poor results for me at the start, once I embodied that courage, things have really taken off for me. And it makes it a lot easier to weather the storm of entrepreneurship if every single day you choose courage. And it is a practice. So I'll leave you with that little tidbit before turning it back over to Kate.
Yes, it is a practice. And one of the ways that you can develop that courage muscle and step out of your fear is to lean on us. Lean on your support network, your mentors here in this program, and your peers in the VIP Coach Facebook group. We are here for you to help you show up. Stay in constant communication with us. Post in the group actively when you have questions. If you want to screenshot conversations, and you can tag us. Your peers are more than happy to help you in stuck situations, and we are really here for you too. There is no bothering us at all. In fact, our most successful coaches are the ones that reach out to us a lot. They ask great questions. They actually go through the modules, they take notes. Sometimes they listen to them several times. And then when they have other ideas, then they take that time to bounce it off of us, their mentors, to see if it's a good idea for their business. They're submitting their key performance indicators, those weekly KPIs, letting us know exactly where they're at with their business and if there's any bottlenecks that they're experiencing. They're attending calls. Coach, we have so many opportunities to support you, to help you get and stay focused, to help you network with your peers, to make sure that you're supported with content, with sales, with everything in between. There are so many opportunities. Just show up for them. This is what it's all about. Get the coaching that you signed up for. Seek support when you have questions or comments or concerns, or you're struggling. Again, like if you're submitting those KPIs, we see them. Matt and I meet about them every single week, and we know we can talk to you about strategy to move you forward, because we believe in that VIP process, that VIP experience. We're giving the same to you. Your business is unique. You are unique. Your lifestyle is unique. So are your goals. So we want to give the support to you that helps you create that business and achieve those goals. So we need you to reach out to us. If you need support, we are 100% in. Just let us know what we can do to support you, and we'll show up for you.
Absolutely. And I think as a coach, you can probably understand, look at a client who never submits their weekly check-in data to you, that never books in a coaching call, that never responds to your messages. Like, how much success do you think that they're going to have working with you? Now, flip that, what is a successful client doing? Are they submitting their weekly check-ins? Are they asking you questions when the questions come up instead of thinking, oh, I don't want to bother my coach? Like, what would a successful client of yours be doing? Be that client for us. And on that point of don't cherry pick, I think the opposite of that, if we flip it, is that, the successful coaches, they just take action. Like Kate mentioned, they'll go through the modules, they'll, sometimes listen back to them, but that doesn't mean that they get stuck in analysis paralysis. That means that they've done it. They go, they take some action, and maybe they come back to the modules to fill in some gaps. Now that they've started taking action on what they learned, they're like, okay, maybe there's some finer details that I missed the first time I watched this video, and I might pick them up now that I've actually got experience implementing what Matt and Kate have taught. So exactly. We also want to show that, success leaves clues. We've had some extremely successful coaches in the program. The vast majority are extremely successful, but I think with any coaching program, there's going to be some people who weren't quite ready for it. And so failure also has left a few clues. When we looked at the people who performed the lowest in these programs, there were also quite a few common patterns. So Kate, I'll turn it over to you, because when we were talking about this before, you nailed it.
Yes, and it's the coaches who will always blame life, right? They're too busy. Everything always comes up for them. Somehow everyone's always sick in their home or around them, or nobody wants to buy from them. Nobody's liking their posts or engaging with their posts. Everyone's broke. It's those words that lead into their stuck stories, and they're happy to stay there because they're benefiting from it. If they don't make any progress, then whatever they did just didn't work. They didn't fail. Whatever they did wasn't working. And speaking of that, there's that comparison trap. The comparison trap is a deadly one, my friends. It's very true that comparison can be the thief of joy, right? So if you are looking at our coaches' success stories and you're comparing yourself and going, oh, that's not me. Oh, that's not me. Why are they able to do things and I can't? I'm never going to get that far. like, I don't get it, that's going to keep you stuck. That plays right into the victim mindset too. Oh, they can do it, but I can't. No, they can do it. So it's proof that you can too. You just got to get out of your stuck story, because I love you. And I mean this with massive love, but I'm not buying your stuck story. That is just something that you're telling yourself that you can push your way out of. And it takes courage, as Matt said before. If you are just rushing through things, if you're reading these, like going through the modules and just like trying to get through really quickly with no thought process behind them, this is going to really stump you up, coach. We've seen this before too. It's like, when you have a long to-do list and then you just start like half-assing everything and checking boxes. If you do this in your business, if you half-assed your checklist and you half-ass your process, you will get half-assed results or no results at all. Take your time. Study, as we mentioned before, some of our most successful coaches go through the modules several times, taking more information each time they go through and coming up with different questions to ask us the more they go through it and the more they experience. That comparison trap too, and overthinking every little word you're going to include in your post. Oh my goodness. That is one way to just completely paralyze yourself. Analysis paralysis. It will cause you to never take action. And I really hate to see that, because you are here because you are super talented and heart-centered and client-focused. You have big dreams for yourself. Don't let anything paralyze you. Just keep going. We say this all the time. Right? If you are working with a client who asks you a question that you don't know the answer to, they will respect you so much more by saying, that's a great question. And honestly, I have no idea, but I am so happy to research and get right back to you. Don't let anything paralyze you, coach. Keep moving forward, keep rising up. And I mentioned that we've got a lot of support calls available to you. I gotta tell you, our coaches that aren't having much success show up to none of them. And look, I get that time zones can sometimes be a challenge, but you still have the opportunity to register and ask a question that our mentors will answer live for you on those calls. And they are all recorded. So even if you cannot attend live, you can attend the recording, and there are no excuses. Life does not get in the way. You can listen to them in the car, because there's an app for that, right?
Yeah.
And then there's, oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, not to mention, it's like, the group coaching calls aren't the only form of support that you have. Mm-hmm. So if you're not able to make it to a call, that should not play again into the stuck story, into the victim story. Oh no, like I can't make this call, so I'm never going to get support here. Ask the coach who runs that call if they're willing to give you some feedback, because every single one of us on the coaching staff is here to make sure that you're successful. And so if something doesn't work for you, tell us. Just like you'll learn when we teach it in the VIP experience module, it's like, we want to make sure that this experience gets you to your finish line, and we're going to do what it takes to get you there. So if something's not working for you, if you're not able to consistently not able to show up to a call for a very good reason, but you need support in that area of your business, let us know. We're there.
Yep, 100%. And all the mentors in this program are more than happy to guide you and to direct you in the right ways. Finally, there's that stinking thinking. It's, you put up a post and you don't get any engagement on it. And then you start spiraling. Oh, no one likes my stuff. No one engages with me. Social media doesn't work. I don't like being on it. You know the drill. Or, you talk to somebody and you present an offer and you get a no. And you let that derail you. Coach, rise up. A no is an opportunity to grow. You always learn from them. And remember, a no is simply a not right now. So whenever you are tempted to just go down a rabbit hole of negative thoughts, reach out for support from your mentors, from our coaching network. We are in it with you, but we are relying on you to take responsibility and ownership of your business and your actions and your thoughts to get the support that you need to move out of it and keep going.
Amen to that. So hopefully you've now seen what will lead you down the path of failure from here, or what will lead you down the path of success. So just like in the Matrix, red pill, blue pill, what are you choosing? Are you going to take responsibility snap out of the matrix and go on this journey towards the success that you've envisioned for yourself and that you've hired us to shepherd you towards. Because, we're happy to be your Morpheus, Neo. And yes, I'm a bit of a nerd. All right. So now what we want to do is just quickly overview how the rest of your journey is going to flow. So this might look different for each of you, but in a perfect world, what is going to happen from here is that we're going to put you through the Launchpad Challenge process. The reason being, this is the fastest way for you to get sales experience, client coaching experience reaching out to people and generating leads. And it's also one of the fastest ways for you to get clients. Once you go through that Launchpad process, figure out a few starter niches, start to get experience booking calls with people. Through that repetition, that's going to get you to the point where you're a little bit more clear about who it is that you want to do your market research with and who you want to work with. I've got some friends who have a great framework. Most people, they're like, you've got to find your passion and follow it. You need to find your niche right away, and you need to just only seek those people out. But oftentimes that leads to what we talked about before, paralysis analysis. Actually, their framework is more about getting frequency. So, as a coach, it would be a lot of experience, like talking to people and seeing, starting to sort out the patterns once you get the frequency. I really like working with people like Kate. And then from there being like, okay, that's my purpose and my passion, is that I really want to help mom entrepreneurs with their nutrition. And so then from there, we get you that frequency, we get you cash flow, we get you clients, we get you coaching experience. All that experience comes from the Launchpad Challenge and our lead generation track. And then we got to do some market research. Once we can figure out who you more specifically want to work with, we're going to start doing market research. And that's actually going to help you even more hone in on who it is that you want to work with and who we're going to create an offer for. Market research is another thing where you will get clients out of this process. And once we've done the market research, you're going to get onto your offer creation call with Kate. You're going to go down that journey. And then once we've got your offer, then we're going to insert a more advanced sales training and really start building out your client experience. Now that you've got more clients coming in the door, you've got an offer that we can actually build that experience around. Now, we also, once we finish market research, that lead generation path doesn't end there. We also move towards borrowed audiences. So, networking, finding, a gym. We have tons of coaches who we've helped find gyms or doctors or, other medical clinics to get referrals from. It might be Facebook groups. It might be networking groups. We've got a ton of different options that will teach you and will help you figure out and hone in on which borrowed audiences are best for you. This is going to help you get a lot of momentum when it comes to lead generation as we start to build up your own audience and your own authority. All right. And then we've got our sales track. So we've really got two areas in sales that we're going to be skilling you up on here. One is you're going to learn our iHelp sales system, and you're going to be getting on the sales closing calls. You'll have some opportunities potentially to get sales calls reviewed with some feedback. You'll have the opportunity to role play situations that came up on sales calls or role play before the sales call so that in a low stakes environment on that call, you actually start to get playing around with objection handling, or you get to start playing with parts of the selling system that you really just want to iron out the kinks. That way, when you show up onto a call with a potential client, you feel really confident in your abilities. And then we've also got our DM and triage sales systems, and we've obviously got a call every week on sales messaging, where you can show up, you can get your conversations reviewed, you can ask questions about the triage process and get a lot of feedback there. You'll have opportunities to get calls reviewed, convos reviewed, anything like that you need. So we're really here to support you on your journey to ethically being able to sell a lot better. And of course, our bread and butter client experience. We've got our VIP experience blueprint that we'll be teaching you once you've got some clients in the door and you've got an offer that we can essentially wrap it around. And once we implement that VIP experience blueprint and you start putting some clients through it, then we're going to want to also audit your client experience, which is a fun process of seeing, okay, how can I improve upon something that's already awesome? We're always constantly trying to improve upon the experience that you're bringing to your clients. So we've obviously got a lot that we're going to be covering in 90 days. So yeah, step into that success mindset, and we'll be able to implement all of this, and you're going to have an incredibly strong foundation for a business that's ready to scale to the moon. All right. So that's it for the overview. Time for you to start diving in and taking your action steps. We'll see you there.